Hello YouTube and welcome to another Vacuum Mandate video, and today it's like watching double vision. It's almost like if you have too much to drink and you can see two of everything, but it is basically quite a world's first for the Vacuum Mandate channel, because we actually have, for the first time on this channel, we have a Hoover Junior Deluxe. And you might think, yes, you got two Hoover Junior Deluxes there by the looks of it, but no. So what we're doing today is, well, going back to the old. So this one, the Hoover Junior Deluxe, Kyle actually got this one back in 2017. Now, I think we did have a bit of a spate with losing videos and things like that, or not uploading them, or thought they were uploaded properly, and then deleting them and then finding that they haven't uploaded at all. So this one is one of the lost vacuums. So we got this one back in 2017. It was actually pack tested on the 1st 2017. So basically a pack test is where they
something anybody can do it.
Yeah, they basically got this machine, they plug it in.
You don't need to be a certified pack tester to do it.
Right, so there you go, comes in the order system. And also you have to check the cable as well, isn't it? That's the other thing they do, don't they? They check if there's any splits in the cable, make sure the plug's up to safety. But believe it or not, this one's passed a pack test and has the wrong fuse in it. So is it I mean, it is electrically safe, but obviously if there's an issue with the machine,
it will blow up instead of cutting out.
That's right. So pretty sure this one we should have around about 3 amp fuse, because the turbo powers would have a 3 amp fuse as well. So I've stuck 3 amps in both of these now. So this is an Hoover Junior Deluxe. I can't remember how much you paid for it. It wasn't too bad in price.
One's on, one's off.
Yeah. And the colour scheme, I'm pretty sure, is AGM Gold. I'm pretty sure that's the colour.
You mean AG Gold?
There's not AG Gold. Yeah, so it's AGM Gold. Now, this one, if you think about the mid-70s, this was a very hot colour, because around that time, the colour schemes for a lot of houses and decor was like what I would call the autumn colours, which is your golds, your browns, and your yellows and your oranges. I can remember when I first moved into the house, I took all the wallpaper off, and all the walls were orange or brown or yellow. So yeah, so it was a lot more. So I can remember also my bathroom in the house was a classic 70s one. It had brown paisley tiles in it, and it had a canary yellow bath suite with a canary yellow toilet and a sink. And I think it was a good brand as well. What's that brand called again? The big brand that you put in all the toilets now?
MacD.
No, not MacD. So I think it was a good brand as well back in the day. I can't remember the brand now, but it was one of the main brands that make toilets in the UK. Not like your cheaper ones that you get now, like from all these other shops. So going back to the vacuum, these are in fact. So around 1979, I think you've already seen it, we have a Cope exclusive Hoover Junior. Hoover Senior, which was the same colour scheme. This one, you can say, these were both made in the UK and they were both made a few months apart, but they are different variations of it. So in the mid-70s, they come out with a fairly newish style of vacuum, which was a Hoover Starlight. And then they basically made, I think within a couple of years, I think it was around 77 or maybe 78, they actually come out with a more budget version. But believe it or not, it was budget, but it was called the Deluxe. So they named it the Hoover Junior Deluxe. This particular Hoover Junior Deluxe colour scheme and everything featured onto a advertising campaign for Hoover. I think they did have footprints on the step and stuff like that, isn't it? So, and they had like, no, it wasn't the footprints, was it? It was, I can't remember, they had words on the steps, didn't they?
Mm.
So, you know, if you're interested in it, so for a collector's point of view, this is actually the colour scheme and the model to get of this particular one, because it was like quite a famous, it was the one they shown actually on the TV advert in every way. So this one has actually had, I think I've took the thing apart, I polished it up about a couple of years, you know, almost two to 3 years ago, and it's not looking too bad now. There's a couple of marks where it's been stored. I think that mark there, once you get grazes like that in it, you literally have to sand right back to the plastic. So this one wasn't so much hard work as the original Starlight, but it is interesting to show these two side by side, because this one actually is a UK model and this one was a Italian model, but they were both made in the UK in the same factory. The only major difference was that they had the same motors in them, but this one, I may have just changed the plug on it. I think it did have an MK plug on it, looking at the length of the wires on it at some time. So I stuck an MK back on there today. It also does have the original cable on it again, so that one's not had too much done to it. So it has the 3-pin plug. Oh, this one,
After fancy pack.
they've actually just literally stuck a new cable on these. So all they did in the Hoover factory is they just, one had a plug without in the UK back then you didn't buy vacuums mainly with many plugs on there. I don't think Hoover actually comes standard with a plug on it. You had to buy your own plug. Well, in Italy, this comes with a molded plug like what you'd have today. If you bought a new vacuum or a new appliance today, most of the time they use molded plugs on the end of the vacuum. So it's like, you think about, you know, but these are both made at the same time. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look inside the dates to see how close they are to them. So this one, I think they're upside down on this one. So this is a U2068, November 1979, 300 and I think I'm see 350 watts. So this is slightly less powerful than the turbo power, and slightly less powerful than, say, the Senior. So actually they did do a Senior Deluxe, didn't they? Which was the pink one. So they've actually used Deluxes. So it just made it like more market. Oh yeah, I've got a Junior Deluxe. I've got Hoover Junior. So this one, you may have seen this one on the channel, is a U2002. And it's from March 1980. So there's actually only 3 months. So these were actually produced both in the same factory within 3 months of each other. But one stayed in the UK and the other one went to Europe. And I should imagine you could probably get German ones possibly, I don't know. There must be German ones, you know. So what I think each factory sort of concentrated on various machines. So when you look at these two here, this would be like a Dirt Searcher Junior in specification, because it's got the headlamp on it. This also has a the fill indicator on it, and I think I've shown you how it all works.
With a Junior Deluxe or Starlight.
And this one, they've basically blanked this plate out of here. They've took the little actuator out of this one to make it work. So they've put less parts in it, and also they've cut a blanking plate, a black blanking plate. Well, this one has the little star, or the light. So this one basically is a Dirt Searcher version of of this machine, and this one is the base model of this machine. The bags on it
Of the same actual bag.
I think these are actually what I would say cheaper bags, but the advantage with these,
cheap.
now a lot of people like to use genuine bags, but the problem is these have actually got a rubber seal on them, so you're actually going to seal them up better. But you can just about fit those. You can actually fit the 4 home bags in there, but they are a little bit big. So there's possibly a way. I mean, you probably could down. You could fit a Henry bag in there, really, couldn't you? But that's wider again, so you need a slimline bag. So a Siebel bag won't go on, will it?
No.
No, and Miele bags won't go on, will it? No, they're bigger again, aren't they?
Yeah, might go.
So that's it, really. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this one was bought in 2017, and I think this one was bought in 2019. So there's 2 years apart with this one purchase. Believe it or not, when we bought this Starlight, the photos were so bad on it, we thought it was a different colour. We thought it was like a creamy colour. And when it turned up orange, it was like, oh, really? We got two the same now. But they're not. They're two very different machines. This is the Deluxe, you know. So even though this is called a Deluxe, this one's actually a cheaper version of that one, isn't it? Yeah. So, quite an interesting video today. Just showing you the difference, really, of the Hoover Junior Deluxe. And I don't think we're ever going to see these two machines side by side, because I've never ever seen another one for sale ever. And being an Italian machine, I mean, really, if you think about it, you could buy machines that are made in other countries in different colour schemes. So if you say we're collecting, say, a turbo power, and they might have...
You could get a Brutto power.
You could get a different colour turbo power, but maybe made for a different market if you've got all the turbo powers, and that's
like the same way everyone knows.
So yeah, so this one they will, but I think this one's definitely had the suppressor taken out, and I think that one has as well. So what we'll do, we're just going to give these both a quick run around and see how they both sound now. I think we've put a new belt in that one as well at the same time, but the belt's been stretched on for a while. Generally, I won't put a brand new belt on and use them straight away. On old machines, I like to leave them for a month or so they stretch a little bit, so they don't put too much strain on these old machines. Because we want to we don't want to have it like all done and have it and the motor go on it, because you can't
want to kill them.
No, we don't. So what we'll do now, we'll just get this one by one and each a quick push around and see what happens. So both of these machines have beats as it sweeps as it cleans on it, so it basically means it has the beater bar on it, so they're actually designed for carpets. They both also have all the things intact on the bottom. So I'm not used to doing videos when it's sunny. So yeah, they're both intact on the bottom. This screw here I think looks a little bit loose. The handles are both in good condition on it. I think underneath as well. I'll poke these underneath.
You've got more chance wear out the cables.
We have, yeah. I'm going to do one at a time here. So I have painted that one, but that's when I use gloss. I'm staying away from the gloss now, and that's the original finish. So on this one, the beater bar actually wasn't in very good condition. This one also, when we did the
wheel placement.
I think when we bought the U1012s, we had two of them. I think this is still the wheels off them. So these are actual Hoover Junior wheels on them. So they're easily replaced. They're not a special one. I think the front ones...
That's what the Hoover Junior Deluxe. Going to take the same wheels.
And I think that there is the same as what you get on a Hoover Junior. So the wheels can be easily be replaced on them.
The Hoover on the wires.
So this one still has its bit of black tape there. I mean, I could actually change the wire on it, but we actually want to keep the original plug on that one, actually, don't we? Because it is, you know, cutting the wire off and putting a nice new wire on, or just maybe keeping it. But that will never pass a pack test now, because the wire's got a little split in it. So let's get these going now then, mate.
And this will pass a pack test.
Yeah, it has passed a pack test. The cable's actually in very good condition. So the first one we're going to do is the Hoover Junior Deluxe. I'm going to make sure it's on the right setting. I think we're going to I think that one's on 3. We'll try that one on the 2 then. Very well made machines, apart from the fans on them are a bit fragile, aren't they? Learning that. We learned from Steve Cook, didn't we, that the fans are... And you've had pasta and all sorts of nasty stuff through these, so I think this is going to stay away from the pasta now, isn't it? So this one has 350 watt motor, and this one, which was 3 months newer, has a 410 watt motor. 25 watts of the bulb, so I think that's maybe one reason why they sound a lot different. So what we're going to do now, before we fire this one up, we're going to do a decibel meter test. So we'll switch that one on now. So this one peaked at around 89 to 90. I don't like that noise, I think it's going to snap off. If you break those bits there, seriously, you will not get replacements for them here. So if you want to get one in pristine condition, you want to pay that extra and make sure the people send it to you with these things down like that. Because if they send them with the wires around them, they can snap off.
That went down a bit better.
Yeah. So now we have the Italian version now. So we'll get the decibel meter. We're going to reset that one then, mate. You're going to reset that one.
I'd say reset it.
It just shows you the difference. So this one does sound a bit better. 83, 84. It's like a Ferrari, that one, isn't it? Yeah, I've got that on number 2, that one.
The switch is the other way around on it.
But there you go then, look. So the switch on this one is that way. The switch on that one is the other way, look. So obviously...
Because you got the red arrow. Your red arrow in the spout.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Vacuum Man 8. See you again on another video. And have a nice day. Bye.